Hey everyone, this is the Love Thy Nerd Critical Hit. I'm Hector Miray of Faith and Fandom, and I just wanted to share a quick thought with you. So this week in geek history is monumental. This is the week that the Skywalker saga comes to an end. The main story of Star Wars that's been existent longer than I have. I was only 2 when Return of the Jedi came out, and it's been a part of my life, my whole life. And realistically though, most of us have never called it the Skywalker saga until this year. Until we actually saw how the whole story was playing out, we just simply called it Star Wars because that's what it was. But now that we see where it began and where it ends, we know how the story fits all together. And it's not until we actually know what the story is supposed to be telling that we really understand the big picture. And when I'm thinking about that, when I'm thinking about Christmas, one of the things that really stands out to me so much is that all the way back in like Isaiah, in the books of prophecy, they're talking about Jesus and his coming and what it's going to do to change the world. And they had no idea what was happening. They had no idea what was coming. Just like in 1977, when Star Wars first hit the cinemas, they had no idea what was going to happen over the next 40 years. They had no idea the effect it was going to have on culture. But look what happened. And if you check it out in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6, when we read these verses, "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace." When these words were penned by Isaiah, it was hundreds of years before Jesus ever showed up in the Gospels. The Old Testament, that culture, had no idea what God was going to do. Even in the New Testament culture, they had no idea what God was going to do from what began so long ago. And I just want to say this. With the Skywalker saga, yeah, that story's ending, but there's going to be more Star Wars forever and ever and ever, probably. But for us, we may know how the Christmas story ends, but we have no idea how much God is going to do through Jesus and through you. Want you to know that Love Thy Nerd exists to love and serve our nerdy neighbors through thoughtful content, relational outreach, and intentional community. Check out our website at lovethynerd.com. Our thriving Facebook community where you can interact on a daily basis. We have several podcasts, one of which I host, and we're active on all the socials. You can also check me and my book series out over at Faith and Fandom on Facebook.